Hi, and welcome to Shadowboxer. My name is Jacqui-Lee Pryce, and today's guest is both a British and Commonwealth champion, Emma Dolan. The real deal! How you doing?
That's You know it. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really, really well. Just very quickly, what's been going on with you? Two belt champion?
That's it. You know it. Just going in, taking people's undefeated records, and yeah, no, it's good. Just moving along, getting the fights that I want. Looking for big fights now, and that's where I want to be. I want to be on world stage. So yeah, just waiting for that really.
Frustrating though when you have two belts and then all of a sudden you kind of go up into a different pay bracket, then people start avoiding you also. Is that kind of, something that you're experiencing?
Yeah, I'm in that position at the minute where you know, I've cleared up sort of Britain at the minute. I'd like to say, I beat Nicola Hopewell, Lauren Parker, Shannon Ryan. So I'm in a good position in that respect. I'd like to step up, whether that be, European or world. I'm ranked number one in the IBF now. It's just getting the fights. That's the tricky part. It's not on my behalf. So I'd fight any of the champions quite happily. I've watched them. I know what I'm capable of, and I'd be up for any of the fights. It's just getting them over the line. And to do that, you need backing, and you need them to accept it. So that's the problem I'm having at the minute. It's very, very frustrating. But I just got to wait for a day, wait for someone to be in front of me, and then go through them as well.
How do you stay motivated though? Because let's be fair, I think I saw your I was at your last fight. It was at York Hall.
That's
When
it.
when you fought Shannon Ryan, she was the favourite, and
Hmm.
you went in there and did a job, and
Yeah.
it's kind of sort of gone a little bit quiet for you. Is it a case of because you're not with a massive promoter, you kind of get pushed to the side a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like when I beat Shannon, Matchroom wanted to make that rematch straight away. So basically, what happens when you obviously an away fight wins, they're supposed to keep you on for a fight, aren't they? They wanted to make the rematch. Shannon turned it down, so that kind of left me in a position where they didn't really want to do anything with me, and I was sort of left in the lurch. So that is very frustrating. So then we went and fought Lauren Parker, my last one that you were at, and again, Lauren was a former European champion. She never lost the belt in the ring. She's vacated it. So that's another big name that I sort of got through fairly comfortably. Um, it's just very frustrating that no one's jumping on board to sort of keep my sort of journey going. Without the sort of big promotion behind you and the money, it's hard to get them big fights. I'm not a hard person to work with. I'm happy to fight anybody, and my style, I'd say, is fan friendly. It's an exciting style. So yeah, it's really frustrating at the minute, but I'm a positive person. I've got really good people around me, so that sort of keeps me plodding along.
Yeah. It's not that you're difficult probably to work with. It's one of them situations where you're an away fighter. Like you said, you come along, snatch out the. But to be fair as well, Emma, I'm not being funny, but like if people really know boxing, they would know you from the amateurs. So it's not like you're some sort of journeywoman. And I don't mean that as a disrespect
No,
to any journeywoman, but you're not. So I'm like, I don't really get it.
no, I always have a running joke with my partner because I'm like a champion, but I go around like I'm a road warrior. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for all of them. Like I get on really well with Gemma Rue, but pretty much every show I go to, I'm the away fighter. Still being the champion, I'm the away fighter, but I kind of thrive off that, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, I got to an ABA Elite Finals as an amateur. I boxed for the England team. Like I'm well accomplished, and yeah, it's just really frustrating. But cream always rises to the top, so I've just got to keep pushing along.
Yeah, 100%. I see other fighters, male fighters, go through this situation as well, and it's almost like people block their progression in some respects because you're not fitting the mold of
Yeah,
certain other fighters, or there's been so much money, and then let's be fair, a lot of this is
yeah,
about money. There's been so much money spent on a prospect, even though
yeah.
you're a prospect.
No, of course they want their return, don't they?
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So although I hear your frustration and I know how it works, I also understand they're like, well, why would we go with her when, to be
yeah.
fair, she's cleaning up, that's kind of destroy our, our
Yeah,
narrative.
massively, massively. It's very hard. You know what I mean? But then I look at like Shannon, for example. She's been offered that rematch 4 times. Matchroom really want that to make that fight to happen. She's not interested. She's turned it down 4 times and accepted to fight Chloe Watson. I don't need to beat her again for my own back. It's just for the platform and to get myself, the exposure really. But when I look at these fighters, I don't really see how they think they're going to win X, Y, and Z in the weight if they can't get through me because I'm the champion. I'm here to stay, sort of thing. So yeah, it's a strange one, really.
And you're saying that you've offered the fuck because I saw something on social media. I mean, listen, I don't try to get involved in people's thing, drama, whatever, but I'm sure I was on under the impression that they offered it to you and you turned it down, or maybe I'm mistaken. I
No,
don't know.
Matchroom have tried to make the fight 4 times. We've accepted every time. There's not been accepted from Shannon's side. She doesn't want that fight, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I guess for you though, you kind of have to go, right. You're the one that has to take the risks in a respect though to get your name out there.
Yeah, every fight. I mean, even when I won my Commonwealth title, I mean, I hadn't fought for like nearly a year. It was my first fight with Carl Greaves, my current trainer now. Halima did, she had a win-loss record, but she knocked her last sort of 2 or 3 opponents out. She's a really tough lady from Tanzania. So, it was a big risk going into the fight, but I warranted it. I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. And then my first defence was against Nicola Hopewell, a Sheffield girl in Sheffield. Then went straight on the Matchroom show to fight Shannon. Then went to York Hall to fight Lauren, packed full of Lauren Parker fans. I thrive off that though. I quite enjoy it. So yeah, I like a risk, and like I say, I'd like to go and fight one of the world champions. I wouldn't be bothered if it was in their sort of back garden. I do thrive off it, and I've proven myself to be able to compete like that. So just need the opportunity.
So here's the thing. You're mates with Alice Scottney, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, really good mates. Me and Ellie go way back. She's top girl.
Yeah. So listen, she's on the older MVP platform. Would you, if the offer came to be on the B side, and I don't mean that as a disrespect, I'm talking about it as a foothold into, a bigger fight. Would you go? Do you know what? Let me grab it with both hands.
Yeah, no doubt. Like we've had chats with MVP. It's just where it's at the minute. It's just not something that's going to happen at the minute. But they've just signed Jasmine Artiga. I've said I'd happily fight the winner out of her and Sandstrom. I believe she wins that fight, and I'd happily fight her next. It's not a disrespect to any of the champions. I've watched them, and fair play to them and everything. But I do believe I'm well in the mix with any of them.
Yeah, like I said, people need to go back and do a little bit of research because you're most definitely not a journey woman. I was going to call you a woman, like there was two of you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get your opinion on because I know, like I mentioned, you're friends with Ellie Scottney. I want to get your opinion on the whole her signing with MVP. Obviously, just fighting at Madison Square Gardens, put on a show. I mean, come on, Ellie.
Ellie, fight of the night, 100%. Absolute show performance. Unreal. And to perform under the conditions she was, under when we lost our good friend Georgia O'Connor, rest in peace, bless her heart. You know what I mean? Ellie was heavily involved in all of that. Before Georgia passed, after she passed, she was there. She was, there for her parents and everything. We went to the funeral together. That takes a toll on you. So to carry that and then still perform the way she did, just shows what level Ellie is compared to everybody else in that division and across the board, really.
Yeah, to see her blooming, do you know what I mean? In her own time or in God's time, because we talked about this off camera, we talk about God's time and sometimes we are still a little bit impatient and we wonder why doors are shut. And then all of a sudden she's on this huge platform. And what I love about Ellie is, and you've alluded to the fact yourself that she hasn't changed, has she?
No, like I've known Ellie for over 10 years now. And we're no different to what we were 10 years ago, maybe a little bit wiser. But we're just the same, and she's just the same. I mean, to achieve everything she's achieved in the sport, I went and see her about a month ago, and she's exactly the same. She's a Catford girl. She won't change. You know what I mean? And it's brilliant. It's good to see.
What was
Yeah,
beautiful to see on the night also is to take a piece of Georgia into the ring, had her dad there.
yeah.
That did touch me, to be fair.
Broke me up just to see, to see him like that, standing in the ring with Ellie's belts and that. I mean, I knew that would have meant the world to him. Obviously, Georgia was an only child, and I'm sure he hoped to do that one day for Georgia, so that would have meant the world to him. But that just shows what kind of person Ellie is. To someone to do that on her night, to carry on doing that, that just shows you exactly who Ellie is. And I know Georgia would have been looking down and been very, very proud of that.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and like you say, to perform under that situation. And what I do like, I have to say, and everybody has their place in boxing, Emma, but we kind of alluded to it earlier on that, you know, sometimes people's paths are mapped out and they have to play a certain game and look a certain way. And, you like to play your game and Ellie likes to play her game. And on that platform when they were sort of shadow boxing and everything, I think there was something on social media. It looked like Ellie was back in the Catford gym's hair scraped up, just shadow boxing in the back, and
Yeah,
all eyes were on her, in my opinion.
yeah, definitely. I mean, look, Ellie's a great before her time, really. When she won't get fully appreciated like anybody does till she retires, but what she's achieving at the rate she's achieving, who she's beating, it's incomparable. I definitely put her in the top pound for pound list. I mean, Katie and Amanda have been veterans of the sport, but they are probably on the back end of their career now. You know what I mean? So it's people like Ellie are going to be flying the flag and that for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, I agree.